I've been an artist for over 12 years, and this one piece of art advice helped me improve my relationship with my art practice in immense ways that I did not anticipate when I first heard it, but I do think that this will be tremendously helpful to you. And the piece of art advice that I got is to treat your art practice, your creativity, as if it's a friendship. Your creativity is almost a separate entity to yourself, and you have a relationship with it. And by thinking of it this way, you want to think of your creativity as deserving of courtship and respect. You need to respect the relationship in between you and your creativity. And thinking about my art practice this way helped me improve all aspects of it, both technically and also in terms of my relationship with it. What this really unlocked for me is that it made me treat myself with more respect. Instead of always treating my art practice with harshness and judgment and shame, I realized that if my art practice and my art, the art that I make, is a friend of mine, then I'm not going to be as rough with it. I'm going to treat it with more respect. I won't be as judgmental of it. And these things that just frame shift help me be more forgiving of myself as the one that's making the art. This made everything so much easier, and it made it easier for me to sit down and draw regularly on almost a daily basis, because I was hanging out with a friend instead of trying to prove my worth through the art practice. I do think that there are 3 key takeaways from this framework. Number 1 is that you can journal about how you could be a better friend to your art practice. That's something that you can think about right now. Just sit down and write about how you can be a better friend to your art, because your art practice is a friend. Therefore, there are ways that you can improve your friendship with it. Maybe you treat it with more respect. Maybe you try not to be as judgmental of it. What ways could you change your treatment of the art practice to be a better friend to it? The second key takeaway is to expect yourself to struggle with your friendship. If your art practice is a friend, then you will go through rough patches, and that's just natural. Most friendships do go through highs and lows, and since your art practice is a friend, therefore, that same thing is going to happen. And the more you anticipate the fact that you will go through struggles, the easier it will be to deal with it when it happens. Knowing that it's normal for you to struggle and to go through rough patches, the more you understand that is normal, the less you will judge yourself when you hit those roadblocks. If you go through a bit of art block or your perfectionism starts to take over, knowing that that's a normal part of having an art practice makes it easier not to be so harsh on yourself. Key takeaway number 3 is to expect things to change. Your art practice will not stay the same. Your friendship with your art practice will not stay the same year over year. Just like your long-term friendships in real life, things change. You go through different phases of life and things just change. And that is a natural part of friendship. And that is also true for your creativity. Your relationship to your art practice will change over time. For many of you, you've been a creative your whole life, and you've gone through phases where you had a lot of time to draw and then less time to draw because maybe you had kids or went to school, had a full-time job, you just didn't have the time to draw. So these changes will happen, and the way you feel about your art practice will change. Expect those things, because those are completely normal in any friendship, which means that it's normal for your art practice. So try to think of your art practice this way. I do think it creates a lot of freedom and space to actually have your feelings and for you to show up better to your art practice. Instead of thinking about the art practice only as your individual self, thinking about the art practice as almost a separate entity that you have a relationship with makes it a little bit less personal, so you don't judge yourself so harshly. And that is what it unlocked for me, realizing that I didn't need to use the creativity to prove my own worth, that I just need to develop a healthy relationship with it, to really just be a conduit and to create the space for it to exist, made it so much easier for me to express myself in my art practice, because it's just this beautiful friendship and this friend that I get to spend time with. And I treat it with so much more respect now that I have this framework. If you are an artist that struggles with perfectionism, check out the free lesson below that will be linked in the description. And also, if you are someone who's interested in learning how to finish your own projects, overcome perfectionism, find your creative voice, then check out the new course that I just put out. It's a 4-hour course. All the lessons are under 4 hours, so you can binge watch it over a weekend and get into building your own project. The whole course is based around finding your voice, building a mini project so that you actually get to develop a relationship with your art practice that isn't just about improving technical ability. So if that is interesting to you, check out the link below, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. And also watch this video right here. I think it's here or here. Watch another video. Bye.